I just making a quick video on oil. You just got a very good entry signal in oil. These kinds of candles are very good for that. And you have prices postured bullishly. So I took an entry. You can leave your stop just below this low. So all you need is a less than 20 pip stop, 20-cent stop. And I am looking for a move approximately close to $1, or at least 60-70 cents as a minimum. Now on a long-term basis, if you watched prior videos, if you've been following along, you'll know that I've been looking at this chart in Brent as sort of basically like a weekly head and shoulders. You can draw multiple ways, but this is a shoulder, head, shoulder breakout, and you basically have for weeks people buying, traders are buying on any test of this breakout support, okay? And so you have strong buying anytime it approaches that area, and to really bank on sells is really not that smart. I mean, yeah, when they happen, okay, when they happen a bit farther away, but to sell anywhere within maybe $1 of this area is certainly a problem. By the way, price right now is at 55.95. It was just a little couple cents lower a bit earlier. Before where the proper retest move occurred, and other brokers it's at 55.45. Oh, and this is Brent, actually. I'm looking at Brent. This is a Brent price, Brent oil. And in crude, because actually Brent is often a more reliable indicator for what's going on than crude is. I'll always look at both. You have prices now at 53.29. I got my entry at about 53.25, right on this pullback, which in other brokers is 52.75. But I'll just look at a crude chart, I guess, and do the analysis there because most people are using that. But if you remember that on that Brent, that long-term head and shoulders, yeah, once this gets going to the upside, and this is in an overall, this seems like a long retest if it broke out, but this is a weekly breakout. This is a breakout from the starting from the summer of 2015. This head and shoulders started. So this is a year and a half in the making. This is not going to pull back, retest once and for like a day and then start shooting up. This is kind of, these patterns, they'll reflect the time frame. So you're not going to see a hitting of the target into the 70s in oil just like that. It will sort of reflect how long it's taken. But once it starts going, it'll be a strongly trending move, and once this gets going, it'll be a very strongly trending move, and yeah. And then it'll be, any time to short once it's going is going to be very difficult. Some of the selling that's recently happening, obviously in crude. If you notice this crude chart, this is different from the Brent chart. Is the retest, yeah, the retest. But after the retest is over, see, it broke out, retested, and now what are we doing? There's multiple ways to draw this head and shoulders, but this is maybe one neckline. This is just a horizontal prior support and resistance that I had, and once it gets going, there's not a lot of reason to sell for sustainable moves. They would sort of maybe they might initiate after as part of big pullbacks. Now you're seeing oil start to head up more, and again, the retest is over, so people aren't really looking for, well, I'm going to short the retest, or I'm going to wait for the retest to start buying. That's happened. So people are really looking for long. Now you might think, well, I wasn't looking for that. Well, you have to think about where you are. The money that moves the market are people that are successful traders. They have a lot of money to trade with. If you're trading one or two lots only, or just one lot, or you're not, or you're trading not with real money, or you're just break even, you're not trading with enough size to actually move the market. So the people that actually aren't able to follow this are not actually what's it called, or aren't able to follow this, are not making money off this, and aren't able to see this, and they'll end up being the liquidity, unfortunately for them. But that's just the way of the market. If you don't know if you don't know what's going on, information is king. You have to get the information, and then also know how to draw conclusions from the information you get, and that those conclusions are, which will be in the form of like where am I going to take the trade, and where am I going to get out, what's going on. Those conclusions, that's what everything is based on. So that doesn't mean every single long is going to work, but it does mean that any short, I'm going to be really, it has to be a fantastic situation for me to short, and I'm going to be very careful about moving my stop to break even quickly. And any long, so long as it's in some kind of decent situation, I'm going to look for a long. Now, so you had basically a move down to retest again. This broke this high, this turned this chart bullish, so that opened up this higher low to form, and now you're having the continuation, possibly to new highs, following this high, maybe to at least this high, but hopefully at some point this week, up to this prior high, another $2 almost higher, or about $2 higher from here. So we'll see how this plays out today, but this is certainly a very good entry situation, one that I'm taking myself, and hope that you understand in oil.